Hi everyone, so it's monthly favourites time again, which seems to come around so quickly. It seems to be like the only videos I'm ever filming for you. But this month I've been loving quite a few products. So the first two are a few foundations. Now because it's been so hot the last couple of weeks, I can't wear like a heavy coverage foundation. I just hate the feeling of having something on your skin when it's sunny and you just want to rub it all off. So the first two are Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua and Jemma Lighters Air Foundation. Now these two are kind of just really lightweight foundations which you can still give quite a good coverage, but you can't feel them on the skin at all. So your first one, the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua, this got raved about, you all know, quite a while ago, probably 6 months, like a year ago. Everybody bought it and everybody loved it, and I got on the bandwagon and I bought it too, but I just didn't. It was a good foundation, I just didn't absolutely love it. But I recently kind of started using it again, and I just it's a really nice, easy to wear foundation, so it goes on really smoothly. I usually kind of buff it in with a dual fibre brush instead of a flat top one. I think it goes on better with, if I show you, this one here, so kind of like one of those two dual fibre brushes. I think it just, because it's so light, it kind of gets it on a lot better. Stippling brush, what are these called? I don't know. So yeah, that's that one. It's just a really nice glowy foundation. And then the Jemma one, which I'm sure you all heard about as well, is a little bit lighter in coverage than the Chanel one, but it still gives the skin like a really even finish. It's just a really lovely kind of glowy foundation again. Second kind of makeup product is a blush from Topshop. And now I've had these for so long, I've probably got every blush they've ever made. It's the kind of creamy formula ones, which go on really nicely. And this is Flush. It's kind of like a really light pinky tone, and I just found like wearing this on top of one of these foundations, because it's a cream blush, it just goes on, a lot nicer. It kind of powder flattens the skin down a little bit, I find, with my skin sometimes. So using a cream blush on top of like a really lightweight foundation just gives a kind of like natural flush to the cheeks. So I've been using that one loads. And then mascara. I just love this mascara. I think it would be in my favourites every single month if it could be. But I don't think I've ever talked about it before. So this is the Max Factor False Lash Effect. It just is the best. I used to use Max Factor mascaras when I first ever bought my first bits of makeup when I was young. And it's got like the plastic tooth comb brush, and I just think Max Factor mascaras are really the best. I've been around so many different brands, but I always come back to that one. So that's that. And then a concealer. If you've seen a few of my videos, I have talked about the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation, which I really love. It's for a drugstore foundation. I think this is brilliant. Really smoothing and brightening and nice foundation. So I went and bought the Wake Me Up concealer that actually goes with it. I didn't expect much from this, but I really like it. It's kind of a really thin concealer. It doesn't give quite as much coverage as my favourite Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection, I think it's called, which is quite a good coverage concealer. But this one is just really light. It doesn't kind of look too obvious that you're wearing concealer. I don't use this under the eyes because it's quite grey toned. So I will still use something different under there, but just for covering up any little blemishes and redness and things, that one's really good. Now a few skincare products. There's actually a few things that I've got from glossy boxes that I've rediscovered recently and been using them loads. So the first one is the Murad Time Release Acne Cleanser. I had a massive breakout about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and my skin I couldn't put anything on it. It just hurt. It was like sore and red, and I just had loads of blemishes everywhere, which is, I'd get a few every now and then, but not, like 10 at a time. So I started using this. It's the only kind of like anti-blemish kind of cleanser I had, so I just thought I'll give it a go. But it really cleared my skin up. I'm amazed. I've pretty much run out of it now. But it just kind of got rid of everything. I'm not sure if it was just this, but I think using this really did help my skin a lot. It smells really fresh and lemony, and it just really cleared up my skin. So I absolutely love that. I might have to buy a new one just in case, for any other breakouts, but I think it's quite expensive. Murad are quite an expensive brand, but I'll have to look into that. And then the second one, which was in the not the last glossy box, but the one before that, the Natural Beauty box, or the Natural kind of collection. And it's the Caudalie Vinosource S.O.S hydrating serum. It's called the Thirst Quenching Serum. And I usually use my Estee Lauder, my Advanced Night Repair Night Serum, and then the pore minimising one in the mornings. But I've just found my skin's been quite dry at the moment, and it was quite, it's quite a mattifying one. So I wanted something that was really going to quench the skin. So I started using this, and I absolutely loved it. It's kind of just a really light serum, but you can tell it gives your skin that instant hydration. I still use like a moisturiser with it, but it really, I found like my skin's a lot brighter since using it, and a lot kind of more supple and firmed up, just because it's kind of really, you know, rehydrated. So that, again, is so expensive, and I might have to buy a full size one because I've pretty much run out of it now, and I don't want to, but I will probably buy a new one of that because it is really, really good. And then, last skincare product is the Body Shop Vitamin C Energizing Facial Spray. Now, another Caudalie product we've all been loving, that I've been loving, is the Beauty Elixir, but I've actually kind of nearly run out of this, and I don't want to buy another one quite yet because I can't afford it, to be honest. Yeah, so I've been using it really sparingly. It's so beautiful, so refreshing and lovely on your skin. But I was in the Body Shop, and they had like a 40% off sale. They're always on like sale or something. So I saw this and I thought, oh, that might be, you know, just as good. And it's the Vitamin C Energizing Face Spritz. Now, it doesn't feel the same, you know, refreshing and toning way this one does, but what I've been doing is just spraying it on before my serum, so like spraying it all over the face and letting it sink in, and I just found that my skin's a lot kind of brighter using this, and you feel like a bit refreshed once you sprayed it on. It's not so great for, you know, doing it over makeup because it is quite wet, and it's got quite it's not as fine a mist as this one is, but I think it's really perked up my skin. I kind of want to look at more of this range, the vitamin C range, because I think that's like probably a good, you know, thing. If the spray alone is making my skin feel nice, and I'm sure like the moisturisers or the cleansers or something might be good. So if you've ever used one of those, let me know, see if the range is any good. And then last product is actually a perfume. During the summer I don't usually wear perfume because I find it quite overwhelming, you know, because it's hot and the perfume kind of, you can really smell it. But this one that I've been just sort of spraying on all over, again, it's a Body Shop product, and it's the Vanilla Eau de Toilette. I just think it's a really nice light summer fragrance. It's a cheap little thing, it's not expensive, and it's just kind of a great perfume for if you want to smell kind of like nice and fresh, nice and vanilla-y, but it's not an overwhelming one that's going to kind of really give you like a headache or something, which I find in the summer that most perfumes do. So yeah, it's just a really lovely kind of fresh and vanilla. I love vanilla smells. I think they're kind of one of my favourites. So yeah, that's my last little May favourite. So those are all the products that I've been loving this month, and leave me a comment, let me know what your kind of May favourites are. I love being nosy and seeing what everyone's been using. So yeah, and I'll see you later. Bye.